Good morning. Today is the beginning of the Buzzwordathon, and I am planning on starting with 3 Black Swans today. It's going to be a pretty busy day, so hopefully I'll get pretty far in it, but I'm excited to read it. 3 Black Swans, it says that it's about this girl. Says Missy hears an expert discussing newborn babies on the radio. It makes her wonder about her family. She and her cousin Claire are best friends who finish each other's sentences and practically read each other's minds. It's an eerie connection, so eerie that Missy has questions she wants to put to her parents, but she's afraid to ask. So then it goes on, but it sounded good. So I'm hopeful, and it's not too big. So I'll be starting this today, and I will hopefully update you in a little while. Okay, so here's the thing. It is Tuesday the 19th. It's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon already. And I'm just now giving you an update. Now, I finished 3 Black Swans today. The only reason I finished this book is, well, 2 reasons. Number 1, I needed it for the Buzzwordathon because I knew that if I DNF'd that book, I would have to pick another one, and then I was running out of time, and anyways. And then the second reason is that I kept thinking it has to get better. I seriously kept trying because I just couldn't believe it was that, what's the word I'm looking for? Unenjoyable. It was that unenjoyable to me. Okay. I wasn't going to give spoilers, but I feel like why not? Because surely no one's going to want to read it. So it starts off, this girl is hearing the radio. Her name is Missy. Some news thing. And it alludes that she's always had, for years she's had questions, and this just makes sense, and she's got to do what she's got to do, blah, blah, blah. So here's the thing. She decides that she's going to take this opportunity to prove what she's thinking anyways. At this point, you still don't know what she's thinking. So then she contacts her cousin, Claire, and says, we are going to pretend like we are twins, identical twins that just found each other, so come to my school. Claire doesn't really want to do it. She agrees to do it. Comes to the school, and they're dressed alike. They do this school news program and announce that they're twins, or they're identical twins who just found each other. And then, somebody records it, and it goes viral on YouTube because they are ridiculously identical. And I kept thinking maybe it was going to be science-y, and they were going to end up saying, oh, they're clones, or like make it interesting somehow. That doesn't happen. So then they say that, after this goes viral, some girl named Genevieve someone finds the thing on YouTube and shows it to Genevieve because, turn of events or a big twist or whatever, they are exactly like Genevieve as well. So there's 3 identical girls. 2 knew each other all their lives because they were cousins, and then now there's this 3rd one. Then it shows the parents' perspective. Oh no, they found out that they're twins, and then it's so stupid. It's so stupid. It's not even the least bit believable. The entire book is absolutely choppy, not well written, completely unbelievable. It was horrible. And then the way it ends, Genevieve really did live with her real parents. Genevieve's parents did not ever want kids, but the mom found out she was pregnant, went to the doctor, they found out it was triplets, all 3 identical triplet girls. And so she talks to her doctor and says, find parents for 2 of them. I'll keep the first one that's born. The other 2, give them up for adoption. And he was like, you want them to live together? And she's like, no, because then they'll know that something's up. Or then they'll have more questions about their identity. So I would rather they all go somewhere separate. And the doctor's like, okay. So stupid. So stupid. So stupid. Oh my goodness, it was so stupid. Oh, it was so stupid. So incredibly stupid. So, complete waste of my time, but 1 book down, and I started One Day in December. I think I've read like 1 chapter because I just didn't have time at work today. So I will completely veg out today reading a book when I get home, hopefully. That's my plan. So now I'm at the pharmacy to pick up a prescription, and I'm sorry, but that was the dumbest book. It was so stupid. And the thing is, I read, Caroline Cooney. I read one of her books when I was younger, The Face on the Milk Carton, and I loved it. And now I'm thinking, if I read it now that I'm older, would I still like it, or would I think it was stupid? Makes me kind of want to read it just to see. But then I'm scared that I'll be disappointed. So, I don't know. Anyways, big disappointment, but I'm through it. Now I know that was one of my TBR jar books, so I'll just have to find that title in my jar and then just get rid of that book because it was not good. So, anyways, that is all. I'm going to head out and go in the pharmacy, and when I go home, I'll read some more, and maybe I'll give you another update this evening about how One Day in December is doing. So, talk to you later. Bye. Here's the thing. It is now Wednesday the 20th. It is early evening, and I am failing at this reading vlog. I think I'm in a slump or something. I mean, I do work during the week, so it's hard to read during the day anyways, but I'm just like not even that interested in reading right now. So, yesterday I finished 3 Black Swans, and I didn't like it at all, pretty much. So then last night I picked up One Day in December for 1, and I read like not even a whole chapter, and I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. I just wasn't in the mood. So I didn't want to waste my time, and I figure I can definitely read this in December if I'm not feeling it this week. But so I put that aside, and then I started listening to Twice in a Blue Moon. I think I'm like 3 chapters in, and it's not that I don't like it. I think it's because I only have the audiobook. Like, I just got it from Libby. And I don't know. I'm just not really in the mood for it. So then I put that down this afternoon and started reading Three Willows. And I'm on chapter 7. I just finished chapter 6, so I'm getting ready to start chapter 7 of Three Willows. And so that's page 79. And there are 318 pages. So I'm just barely in Three Willows. And it's already Wednesday night. So far I've finished one book for the readathon. I don't know. I don't remember if there's like, a certain amount of books that they recommend reading for the challenge. I'm not sure. But I don't know. I'm struggling. So I'm sure I'll finish Three Willows and nothing else, but I don't know. I know it's not over until Sunday. And one good thing is that normally I draw from the TBR jar on the weekends, but because this readathon goes through the weekend, it doesn't end until Sunday night. I'll at least have, I have 3 Black Swans was in my jar, so that's one of the books, and Three Willows is in my jar, so that's another one of the books. So at least that's 2 books out of my jar for now. But I don't know. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday, so we have a really full day. I work during the day. After work, we're going to dinner for her birthday and stuff, so I won't probably have a lot of time tomorrow during the day to read, and then tomorrow evening is her birthday dinner, so I won't have a lot of time tomorrow evening. And then Friday, I'm taking her and her friend to a bigger town, like an hour away, where we're going to go to like Goodwill just for fun. I think I said it before, she likes to get graphic tees and stuff at Goodwill. So we'll go to Goodwill, probably. We'll go to Books A Million, Old Navy, things like that. But I can look at Books A Million and possibly at Goodwill. I don't think I've ever looked at their book section, so I don't know how good it is, but I'll look and see at Books A Million if there's anything I want to get that maybe even has a number that will make me in the mood to read. Or maybe I'll pick up Mistborn and use the subtitle because it says 1,000 years or whatever. So I don't know. I just know I need to get in the mood to read. I've been doing so good lately, and then this is just throwing me off this week. So anyways, we will see what happens, but that's pretty much why I haven't updated you anything all day long, because there's not been anything to update. I quit one day in December. I quit twice in a blue moon, and I'm barely in Three Willows. So, what could I possibly say? Maybe I'll read a little bit this evening before I go to bed. I really don't know at this point. So, I guess I will possibly update you later. The way it's going, it won't be till tomorrow. So, we'll see. Good morning. It is now Thursday the 21st. I am on my way to work. I had to stop at the grocery store, but I'm on my way to the school. And I have not read as much as I should have by now. I think I'm on like chapter 12 of Three Willows. I do plan on trying to finish that today, if at all possible. I got the audiobook as well on Libby, so that way I can listen to. And maybe, I don't know, probably once I turn the camera off this morning, I will listen to the audiobook for a little bit in like the drive to work. So, but I'm just having a hard time getting in any book right now. Bad time for a readathon, I guess, for me. But anyway, so I am going to, like I said, I'm going to listen to Three Willows on the way to work and hopefully finish this book today. It's not even a big book. It's me. I know it's me. I'm just struggling because I'm not just falling in love with anything I'm reading right now. But anyway, so I'm going to do that, and then, but I do have Mistborn, and like I was talking about before, it has a number. This is like 1,000 or 10,000 or 100,000, or I don't know, in the subtitle. So if that counts, I mean, it's a really big book to try to read for a reading vlog, but I'm actually wanting to read that one, so maybe I can get into it better. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But meanwhile, at least I do have 3 Black Swans down, which was not good, and I'm reading 3 Willows right now, and I'll finish that. So I'm sure I'll have at least 2 books done, hopefully 3 this week, which is still a good number. It's just usually I do better than that for readathons, but I don't know what's going on with me. I am just struggling. But anyway, so okay, so I guess I will listen on my way to work and let you know later. It is still Thursday the 21st. It is 4 o'clock, just about, and I'm on my way home from work. I had to stop at the store. Today is my daughter's birthday. I don't know if I said that already or not, but it doesn't matter. It's her birthday. So I had to stop at the store to grab some stuff to take to the restaurant tonight. And I figured now would be a good time to give a little bit of an update while I'm driving home, and I'm actually alone, and it's not dark out yet. And it'll be dark soon. So I always hate doing this in the car anymore because the road noise and the wind and everything seems to be so much worse than it used to be, but this is the time that I have. So sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, right? So anyways, okay, I did end up finishing 3 Willows today. So 3 Willows. I finished that today, and I had about an hour, if that, left of the day where it was relatively calm at school, and I knew that sometimes I have a little bit of time where I can try to pick up a book and read a little bit, but I tried, and I got like 2 chapters in 7 Days of You. Unfortunately, I am not loving it. And this one I don't think is just me being in a reading slump. I think I just actually don't like it. So I think I'm just gonna go ahead and unhaul that one. So here it is, Thursday. So on Monday and Tuesday, I read 3 Black Swans. Wednesday and Thursday, I have read 3 Willows. So I read 2 books in 4 days. The readathon is not over until Sunday, so I still have time. The good news is 3 Black Swans and 3 Willows and 7 Days of You. All 3 of those books are in my TBR jar. So I don't know if I'm going to take the time to search for them. Probably not. I think that if I draw them, I'll just throw that one away because at that point I'll realize that I already did those ones. So anyways, so 2 books down, 1 DNF, and that's where we are. So I guess that's it for now. I do not think, it is not likely that I will have any more updates this evening. And then tomorrow morning, I can try to update you a little bit with what I've decided to do. Maybe I'll find a book that I'm wanting to read. And then tomorrow, I am going on a girls' shopping day with my daughter and her friend. And more than likely, we will end up at a bookstore. So maybe I'll find another book there that I want to read. So we'll see. But I guess I will talk to you sometime later. Good morning. Today is I almost said Saturday. Today is Friday the 22nd. It's Friday morning still, and I do have plans to run around, go to a different town, like I said before, with my daughter for her birthday celebration. But I did want to, I'm gonna sit down. I did want to give a little bit of an update so far. So last night before I went to bed, I went on the Libby app and just typed in the number 1, well, O-N-E, to see what books would come up that were audiobooks that would catch my attention. And I did come across one called The Chosen One. And it's about a girl in a polygamous family. And she's wanting to leave the family. And crazy stuff is going down. They're wanting her to marry her I think she's 13. And they're wanting her to marry her 60-year-old uncle and be his 7th wife. I don't know. It's crazy. So I downloaded that one, and I'm already, I only have an hour left of it, so I will definitely finish that today. And then, like I said before, I am going to a bookstore today, of course, and I'm going to see if I can convince my daughter to go to the Friends of the Library bookstore really quickly first, then go out of town. But anyways, we'll see if that happens. But so that will be a third book. Yeah, that will be a third book for the readathon. So I will have 3 Black Swans, 3 Willows, and then The Chosen One. So, and then I'm sure I can get one more in before Sunday. It's only Friday, right? So if I finish that one this morning, and then I'll have whatever, maybe if I buy one today, then I can start it this evening, read it tomorrow, and then Sunday. So I think I'll have at least 4 books done in this readathon, which would be really awesome. So anyways, that is my update for this morning. I'm going to finish getting around, and then my husband, so sweet, went to go get gas in my car for me so I don't have to do it because it's cold outside today. And I think that's about it. That's all I have for you right now. So I will talk to you guys in a little while. Bye. Okay, so it is now about 10 o'clock Friday night, still the 22nd, and we got back in town a few hours ago, but I just kind of lazed around and just realized it's 10 o'clock and I need to do an update. So, okay, so at the beginning of the day, I did end up going to that used bookstore, and in looking for, specifically looking for books that I could use for this challenge with a number in the title, I was not having any luck. So the girl who runs the Friends of the Library program, she came over to me and she was like, "Can I help you with anything?" I think she could tell that I was desperately searching. So she asked me if she could help with anything, and I said, well, I'm doing a readathon where I'm supposed to read books with numbers in the title, or it can even be twice, once, whatever. And so she started searching as well, and she did come across this, and I don't think it's anything that I would have normally picked up on my own, but it is called Twice Loved, and it's like a novella. It says a novel, but I really feel like it's a novella. Let's see, how many pages? 133 pages, and they're little pages. But anyways, it actually sounded pretty good, and it's Christmassy, which I've said before, I'm kind of getting in the mood to read Christmas books. So It's set after World War II. This woman is a widow. She has a daughter. And she gets a job at a toy store, a toy shop. And the employer is a widower who's running this toy shop that his wife used to have. So before she passed away. So he's basically running it for her. And it just says, Christmas 1945 offers a new beginning for a widow and a widower. And so it just seemed nice and sweet, and it has twice in it, and it's short, and I might actually be able to read this. Oh, by the way, I did finish The Chosen One, and it was like, I need to know more is the problem. Like, there were parts of it I seriously had to like just barely skip ahead a tiny bit, because there was a scene that I just could not, my heart couldn't handle it. I could not listen to it. And so I just skipped ahead a little bit, like 10 seconds, literally like 10 to 15 seconds, so that I wouldn't have to hear that part. Trigger warnings, I guess. It does have child abuse, basically. So I couldn't listen to it. So anyways, the ending was good. I did need a little more. Like, I want to know a little more. So I'm going to look it up and see if there's anything else, like any other books that go with it, but I'm not sure. Anyways, but I did finish that. So that's 3 books for this reading challenge, or for this readathon so far. Back to my purchases today. So I went to Books A Million, and I picked up Pride and Prejudice and Mistletoe. It's another smaller book that's Melissa de la Cruz, and it's like a gender swapping version of Pride and Prejudice. Darcy is the girl, and Luke Bennett is the fella. So it sounded really cute, and it was one of the clearance books. I think it was like $5. So pick this up. I also, from the clearance section, I picked up A Curse So Dark and Lonely. I know I've heard it talked about on BookTube, but I don't think that I've really ever paid attention that much. But it sounds actually really good. And it was also like $5 or $6. And so that sounded really good. So A Curse So Dark and Lonely. And then, not in the clearance section, but because I've been wanting it anyways, I picked up the book Jumper by I do not know how to pronounce this author's name. So I'm not going to try, because I don't want to accidentally butcher it. So anyways, I picked this up because from one of the used bookstores, I did pick up The Forgotten Book a while ago, and mentioned that after I bought it, I realized that there was a book that goes before it, but I really want to read it, but I need to read this one first. So I did pick this up because it was like $11. So I'm excited for this one. And then afterwards, we went to Target, and I did grab the 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I've heard a lot about it on BookTube, and I have been dying to read it, and I picked it up, so I'm really excited. So anyways, this could technically go in this readathon, but obviously, for time purposes, just to be safe, I'm going to read this one first. Probably a little tonight, and then finish it off tomorrow. And then I will probably start reading this, because 7.5. And my whole point of searching for books today was books with numbers. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I picked up 5 books. Anyway, so that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to read
a little tiny bit and snuggle up in bed and watch a movie. So I will talk to you guys in the morning. Bye.
Hello. So if you see my mess in the background, ignore it because we are in the middle of a bit of a remodeling type of situation right now. And well, first of all, okay, so yesterday let's go back to the beginning. So today is Sunday, the 24th, and I did not film anything yesterday. I did, however, read a teensy-weensy bit, so I can get to it in my mess that I have created over here. So, first thing in the morning yesterday, which would be Friday the 23rd, I picked up this Twice Loved book, and I only had like 20 minutes or so left. I'm trying to think of how long it took me. It's a really short book anyways. So I finished it super quick. Literally, I didn't even get out of bed. As soon as I woke up, I picked it up and read for about 20 minutes and was finished. So it was a good one. It was a nice little cozy read that was perfect for it was kind of like exactly what I needed at the time because I've been reading a lot of heavier things, and it was nice to just read something. It felt like a Hallmark movie. It was just fluffy, Hallmarky Christmas book. So it was pretty good. It was about a woman. It was set in 1945. Her husband died in World War II. And she has a daughter, a little girl, I think, who is 6 years old. And this lady needed a job. Her name is Bev. She needed a job. And there's a man named Dan Fisher whose wife had passed away a couple years prior also from cancer. And his wife had a toy shop called Twice Loved, which is, it is a toy store. Like, it's a gently used toy store, which is such a cute idea to name it Twice Loved. But anyways, and so Bev ends up getting a job there. In typical Hallmark movie fashion, of course, they fall in love and they get married. Now, I know a lot of people don't like the Christian book type of things. This is a Christian story. It's not like, it doesn't go big into things, but he does say that he wants to find, his wife was a Christian, he's a Christian, he wants to find someone who is a Christian, things like that. So that is Twice Loved. So I did finish that. So in this readathon, I have finished 3 Black Swans, 3 Willows, The Chosen One, and now Twice Loved. I am still going to pick this book up. There is no way that I will finish this book by tonight. There's no way. But I still want to read it, so I'm going to see how far I can get into it before the readathon is over. So it won't, it's going to count for my readathon, but like I said, I'm not going to finish it, and that's okay. I don't mind. So The 7.5 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle, I'm going to be starting that in just the next little bit. And I was going to finish decorating. Like, I have my tree set up over there. It's literally there. Nothing on it. Branches aren't, fluffed and spread. Nothing like that. My family room, however, I got completely finished yesterday. oh yeah, that's part of the reason that I didn't film yesterday is because I worked a lot yesterday, cleaning and getting the decorations out, going through them, decorating the family room. I only put like a little 4-foot tree there, but I decorate in other, like the mantle, things like that. So I had that all nice and decorated, looking lovely. And my husband is he just started a remodeling type of project in the laundry room, literally in like the last hour or so. And in doing that, my family room is completely destroyed. Everything that was in the laundry room is pulled into the family room. So it is trashed. So I'm a little bit sad about that. I walked in there after all my hard work yesterday. I walked in there and I was like, oh. So, anyways, so that is where I am so far. That is what I've done. And so 4 books in this readathon. I'm not too sad about it. And maybe it'll even be 4.5 once I get into that. But this is not a small book by any means. Like, the more I look at it, this is a good sized book. And how many pages? Okay, the actual story itself. Oh, there's a reading group guide. Okay. 458, so just a little over 450 pages. So that is not a small book by any means. So, like I said, the chances of me finishing this book tonight, slim to none. But I'll see how far I can get. So, that's where I am right now. And I might give an update later tonight or in the morning just to let you know where I'm at or how I did with the readathon. So I guess that's it, and I'll talk to you in a little while. Okay, so here's my update so I can post this video. But obviously I did not finish The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. I am only on page 46. Haven't even read any of it today. Oh, by the way, this is Monday, the 25th. I had an appointment this morning, and who cares? I just didn't do it. So anyways, so my readathon wrap up. I read 4 books. I am completely unprepared and do not have them with me to show you, but I read 3 Black Swans. I read 3 Willows. I read The Chosen One, and I read Twice Loved. And then I read 46 pages of The 7 Deaths of Evelyn Hardcastle. So 4 books and 46 pages. I'm not a failure. Not a winner. That's okay. Anyway, so that is the end of this reading vlog. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.